Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am talking about the products that I use the most in May, and I'm going to be giving you my honest review on each of them so you know whether you want to give them a try or not. So I want to start with skincare because I think one thing that happened, I think within the last month, is I really got serious about my skincare. I think that I've always been pretty good with my skin, but I think I've definitely have been prioritizing both exfoliation and using a mask. And I try to do now a mask about 2 to 3 times a month. And now I exfoliate at least once a week, but usually I'm exfoliating twice a week. I have oily skin and large pores, and I notice that my skin does a lot better when I use an exfoliator a couple of times a week. Of course, I'm making sure it's not really harsh, but I am making sure that it's pulling out all that oil and gunk, especially because I do a lot of makeup throughout the week. So exfoliation is huge. The first product I have been using a lot this month is the MAC Mineralized Volcanic Ash Exfoliator. I love this stuff. Actually, a friend of mine who's actually my hairdresser, and he is an amazing makeup artist as well. I saw him on Snapchat and his skin just looked so amazing, and I just messaged him, and he was like, yeah, you've got to get into this volcanic ash, and I grabbed it immediately. I probably used it about 3 or 4 times this month, and honestly the next day my skin always I just kind of feel like my skin has a glow. It looks a lot more bright, and just like I said, it kind of gives me like this glowy complexion, and I absolutely love it. The other thing I like about it is that even though it's an exfoliator, it does get all the gunk out without it being really harsh. I have sensitive skin, and it just really does what it needs to do without stripping your skin of oil or making it really irritated, because I tend to get really bright red when a product does too much. So I love this. It's gentle enough, but it gets the work done. So if you are interested in a really great exfoliator, definitely give Volcanic Ash a try. One thing that I have been getting into, and all of my favorite YouTube girls and all of my favorite beauty girls have been getting into, are serums or concentrates. And basically it's like the step after toning or mist, and the step before a moisturizer. I actually was really lucky. NARS invited me out to their very first Southern Regional store here in Atlanta, and they introduced me to a lot of their products, but I started getting into their NARS skin line, which is awesome. And I've been using their Optimal Brightening Concentrate, which is a serum that you can put on in the day and in the night. I think it's more so for the day, but I love using it for both day and night. It just really makes my skin brighten up. And I think that's kind of what I've been really focusing on this month as far as skincare is concerned. I think that sometimes my skin will get a little dull, and I notice that if my skin isn't really clean or really moisturized, that's what it kind of has this dull appeal to it, and I don't like that healthy glow. And trust me, I love makeup just like the next girl, but really looking very glowy and healthy when I don't have makeup on is the goal. And I really feel like the NARS Skin Concentrate has been great. I actually didn't even really know a lot about their skincare line, but it is really good. If you're looking for a serum, this is awesome. Give it a try. Really, really, really great stuff. So when it comes to masks, I didn't really switch things up too much. I did give one mask a new try. I actually got into the Peter Thomas Roth 24 karat gold mask, which is something that I've heard every single person on the planet rave about, and I wasn't really sure. I have not given this line a try before until now, and I gotta say, you guys, it is absolutely worth the hype. Again, it gives you that brightness, but it also made my skin feel really supple and really moisturized, and I'm telling you, that is really the goal. I'm all about moisture, moisture, moisture. I think maybe because I turned a year older this month, I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, we need to be moisturized and we need to look younger. And I'm telling you, this does that. I will say that it does a pure luxury lift and firm mask. And while I didn't really notice overall firmness, I did feel like my face was kind of lifted up a little bit. And it just feels so good. And I gotta tell you, nothing feels more luxurious than putting something bold, gold and opaque on your face. And they say you should use a pretty healthy amount on your face. Like, it should not be transparent at all. It needs to be very much so opaque. But there is a healthy serving of this in there. And so while it is pricier than other masks I do use, they do give you a lot of bang for your buck as far as the amount of product in here. So the Peter Thomas Roth 24 karat gold mask is definitely a win for me. We'll be buying this again after I use this up. So next, I want to talk about foundation. I'm actually wearing, I guess, a new one now, and that is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. This is really the bee's knees. I mean, this is good stuff. A little bit goes a long way. It's absolutely full coverage, but it does kind of make, like, I kind of just feel like it makes everything invisible, which is funny because it is considered invisible cover foundation. But yeah, it really is full coverage without it feeling insanely heavy, but it does cover up everything. So I really like this stuff. I will say that this isn't something that I would wear for every day as far as like just like my day-to-day life, but this is really good for when I take pictures for the blog or when I do videos like this. I think it really has great camera appeal. So if you're looking for some great coverage and you're doing video or photo, I'm telling you this is the way to go. So for this next product, it's kind of like a rebuy but in a different shade because I just noticed that the first one wasn't really that great for me, and that's the Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer palette, the highlight contour palette, or they call it the contour cream kit, but you know, tomato. I actually talked about this a couple of months ago, maybe 3 months ago, and I had purchased it, but I purchased it in the light. I'm pretty fair for a brown girl, so a lot of times things that are for like medium to dark girls may be a little bit too much for me. But what I noticed with the light palette is that like it just would make me look, it just was really stark. It would kind of make me look ashy if I like, you know, if I just put on a little bit too much, you know, and if I really wanted to cake on makeup. And so I decided like it wasn't that the texture or anything wasn't bad, it just was the color that was off. And my best friend who's a makeup artist, she actually uses the medium and was raving about it. So I was like, well, let me give the medium a try. It might be too dark, but it's worth it. You know, at least just to try it out. And I gotta say, I think this is it, okay? So I will say that this again is for like heavier stuff. I think that I love the highlight. I think like putting a modest amount on, you can rock with everyday makeup. But as far as the contour is concerned, it is a little bit more in your face, so it's a lot more for video and for photo, and it's just like it's a much better range for brown girls. So even if you are fair like I am, still go with the medium palette. It's really good. This looks amazing on girls or anybody with brown skin. I just love it on people who are like have that cinnamon kind of reddish brownish undertone. It looks so good on them, and you guys can use the peach color, but these two colors, which are cream and banana, work really well. And pretty much I'm mixing cinnamon and chocolate together to kind of make my own brown. I think the ash brown is a little bit too dark for me, but I think again you can always lighten it up with cinnamon to kind of find that perfect color. Just like foundation, I believe in mixing concealers. If you, of course, why is my phone on? I believe in mixing concealers to find that perfect color. So I really love this. It works amazing for me, and I'm interested to see how it wears on me as I use it for months to come. But definitely the medium is the way to go. Staying in the range of makeup, I want to talk about lips really quick. If you notice my Snapchat or my Instagram, you'll notice like in my pictures that I have been veering more on the side of neutral when it comes to lips, both in the matte and gloss department. I just love nudes lately. Just like a good neutral color just makes me feel good. So, you know, like a neutral peachy kind of perfect lip color is what I'm opting for now. I have really been liking the inexpensive options too. So the picks I have are from NYX and ColourPop. So first I'm going to talk about the NYX color, the ColourPop color, and that is the Ultra Matte Lip in Chi. And I believe this is part of the K-pop collection with Karrueche, and is amazing. It just is like the perfect, it honestly is just like the perfect nude. I love it. And I will say this, when it comes to nudes, I tend to prefer lipsticks or lip glosses instead of like a matte lip, but I love the matte lip in this. It goes on, when I put it on, it looks a little funky, but then it dries kind of beautifully. It's like this perfect peach nude, and I think it looks great on every single complexion. It's actually impressive how it looks good on everyone. Love this stuff. I have the lip liner as well, and so if I want my lip to last longer, I wear it. But if I'm just like running out the house or just taking a quick photo, honestly, this is enough. So Chi from ColourPop, love, 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 and so affordable. Like if you're looking for a great nude and you haven't tried nude lipstick before, this is the way to go. As far as my other nude options, I went for two NYX Butter Glosses, which I love, by the way. One in Madeline and the other one in Fortune Cookie. I love Madeline. You can wear it by itself. Looks so great. Looks great with a lip liner. It just rocks. It's just a really, really great nude. It's not like, but you know, it's not like greasy. It's just like that perfect gloss. It lasts for a while, and I just love it. You can rock it by itself. That's why I really love it. Some glosses you always have to top it on top of, you know, a lipstick or something like that, but Madeline is perfect by itself, and I really, really enjoy it. And then Fortune Cookie is really, really great on top of Chi. Okay, so Fortune Cookie on top of Chi. If you're looking for the color of Chi, but you want to make it glossy, Fortune Cookie is light enough to where it doesn't compromise the color, but it gives you that glossiness that you want. By itself, for me, it's a little bit too light. This is definitely something to pair with a lipstick or with a lip liner that you fill your lips in with. So Fortune Cookie, really good topper kind of gloss situation here. Kind of just elevates a lot of colors. So if you're looking to take a matte lipstick to a gloss, Fortune Cookie is your girl. So for my absolute favorite thing this month is what I'm wearing now, and that is the iconic lashes from House of Lashes. I typically usually stay in the pretty kind of like, I don't know, I guess like drugstore friendly lash department. And I was watching one of my favorite beauty YouTubers, Desi Perkins, and she was just talking about like how if you're like rushing and you just can only like really kind of beat your face as far as foundation, highlight, and contour, but you really want to make your eyes pop, but you don't have time for eye makeup, that iconic House of Lashes always just kind of takes her look to the next level. And so I ordered the 3-pack just because they looked great on her. I didn't really know how they would look on my eyes, but I was like, let me just get the 3-pack in case I love them. And I'm so glad I did, because I'm obsessed with them. People comment on them every single time I wear them. I had one girl who was so convinced that these were individual lashes. She made me close my eyes. She like interrogated my face, but they're just so awesome. They look so good, and I'm telling you, they look amazing when you just have like a super clean face of makeup on, or it looks good if you have some liner and eyeshadow on like I do today. But they are very extra, they're very bold, they make your face pop. These are definitely not the lashes to wear if you're trying to be modest, which is not my style anyway when it comes to makeup, so fine by me, but absolutely love it. The 3-pack is available last time I checked, but awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. My favorite lashes in the world, hands down. So on to fragrances. I have really been loving this Armani Privé. I want to say that it's called Pivone or Pivoine. It's P-I-V-O-I-N-E. Suze How. It's like really fancy. Am I saying that correctly? I'm going to definitely link it below, but this is amazing. I was invited out to an Armani event here in Atlanta, and they were so nice. They gifted me this, but honestly, you guys, it's so good. And actually, all of the fragrances in this collection smell like heaven. Like, you cannot go wrong with any of the fragrances in the collection. Like, I'm just obsessed with it. I freaking love it. And I mean, just like 2 spritzes will last me the whole day. I smell like this the entire day, and it's so good. I love it because it's like a mature smell without it smelling old, and without you smelling like a 12-year-old girl, you know? So if you're looking for like a really great womanly smell, this is the way to go. I think it's called Pivoine Suze How, or Suzu, S-U-Z-H-O-U. Listen, I'm gonna link it below. and I'm gonna make sure you guys get the information. Last but not least are my favorite sunglasses, which are these aviators from Le Spec. And yeah, these are just awesome. I love them because they're like a flat aviator, and then I like them because they're more iridescent than they are mirrored. So it's kind of like a different take, you know, on the traditional aviator. I really love these. People always comment on them anytime I wear them on like Periscope, Snapchat, Instagram. Everybody has questions. Like in person, the same thing, whether it's a guy or girl, they're kind of like, where did you get these glasses? I got these from Intermix, and they were just great. I was actually gonna buy them for my assistant for his birthday, and he doesn't really wear sunglasses, so I bought them for myself because they're that good. Somebody needed to buy them. The only thing I will say is that because they are this flat iridescent kind of texture, is that they do get dirty. Like you can tell as soon as there's a smudge on it. Like I try to wipe them down, and granted I do a really bad job with just like throwing them in my purse, but I really, really like the shape. They're just so great. They're just so fantastic. So good. Just a really good pair of sunglasses, which I think that just at least I kind of feel I really, really like sunglasses. So this was a really good buy for me. Love, love, love. Really my go-to sunnies for the entire summer. I'm an aviator girl. I don't really switch it up if I don't have to. So if you see me this summer with sunnies on, it'll probably be these. So that's it, you guys. That is my May product review. Kind of a little bit of everything from makeup, skincare, fragrances, and accessories. Hopefully you guys were able to find something that you like. I'm gonna link all of the products that I talked about here in the information box below, or the description box, whatever they're calling it now these days. It will be down below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. And please check out mattieology.com. You can find my outfit posts and other really cool content there as well. So I will talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. The coverage is freaking superb. I love this stuff. It is great. I've heard a lot of other YouTubers talk about it, and I was like, well, let me give it a try. My best friend is a makeup artist, and she's